This time, I will be explaining about Jade. I will mainly be explaining about Jade's past, combat abilities, and Gizer. If you don't like spoilers, please be careful. The Stun Beat arc is particularly exciting. First, a special guild member sneaks into Lloyd's castle, but Lloyd finds out and follows him. At that time, Jade's name comes up for the first time in a conversation between the guild members. Jade is the leader of the guild members. As Lloyd watches what's going on, he is spotted by a sexy female member, and a battle begins. Each of these members had a special ability, and they were a lonely group of people who were feared and disliked by those around them. As they fought Lloyd, they gradually came to realize that he was a dangerous guy. When Lloyd imitated Silpha's swordsmanship, the guild members remembered unpleasant memories. The development from this point on got me excited when I read it. This is a story from before Silpha became an adventurer. Silpha was on her way to a certain dungeon. I won't go into the details here, so please check out this video. It was when a guild member was being beaten up by Silpha. Yes, it was when they were beaten up so badly that it became traumatic. It was the moment when they thought, "This is bad, I can't take it anymore." A figure illuminated by the moonlight. Silpha recognized the presence of a newcomer. A strong enemy whose presence Silpha could not even sense. The newcomer prepared to kick, and Silpha thought that there must be an unknown attack in store. At that moment, Silpha was curious, and for some reason, she did not even try to dodge the guard, but instead tried to receive the kick. But she was wrong. And incredibly powerful, just a kick. Something no ordinary kick. The newcomer was a fellow guild member. So, who is this newcomer? We'll finally find out. After a series of events, the guild members fight Lloyd, but of course there is no way they can win and they get beaten to a pulp. However, when Lloyd explains that he is having trouble with the special abilities of the guild members, Lloyd uses cheat magic to help them stop their abilities from going out of control. As thanks for their help, the members tell him their life stories, but Lloyd is not interested. However, when they start talking about Jade's abilities, he immediately starts listening. The members gathered together as if drawn to Jade. The group of Norware, each with their own problems, were searching for ways to gain dignity and rights with their own hands. It was then that Jade confessed his background and true identity to his companions. Jade was the son of the Lord of Rhodes. He explained that he had gathered his companions in order to gain the power to stop the fighting within the territory, but his companions were merely like, so what? Rather, they believed that they were where they are today thanks to Jade. So, in order to protect them, Jade returned to Rhodes' territory alone. It had been several months since then, and Jade had not returned. While Grimo burst into tears after hearing the story, Lloyd had this expression. When I first read it, I laughed. Then, as each of them poured out their feelings, they discussed what they could do now that Jade was gone, and decided to take a new step toward unity by welcoming Lloyd, their benefactor, as their boss. Suddenly, an envelope appears in front of them. Everyone thinks it's from Mark and that Jade has sent it using his teleportation ability, so they open it. Lloyd is not satisfied. The letter says that they are sorry for the late reply, and that everything has been resolved, so as they promised, they will all live together in Rhodes. Everyone cheers with joy when they read it. They then ask Lloyd to use magic on Jade to stop his ability from going out of control, just like they did with the others. But before that happens, Lloyd shares a hypothesis. Maybe Jade can already control his powers. But spatial teleportation is something no one has been able to do yet, even Lloyd, who has cheat abilities. This causes doubts about Jade and makes everyone confused. However, Lloyd, who is interested in spatial transfer, is eager to go. He leaves a letter for those who are worried about Lloyd to come. Incidentally, Lloyd has changed out of the clothes that were torn in the battle. After Lloyd and the others left, Silpha arrived. She has the incredible ability to smell Lloyd's scent. There, she finds a note left by Lloyd, and returns to the castle to have everyone read it. The princes believe that Lloyd has been taken away or kidnapped, so they cannot bring themselves to fight Lordstone no matter what. They hesitate, believing that fighting is only a last resort, but when the people who love Lloyd see Lloyd's freshly removed underwear, they decide to start a fight. The group arrives at Lordost territory on guard, but is greeted with an unexpected hospitality. They are soon reunited with Jade. The group is happy to be reunited and sheds tears, but Jade's dismissive and unnatural remark makes them freeze in place. Suddenly, Jade launches an attack on his friends. The friends have no idea what's happened. Then Grimo returns and uses his special move on Jade. Grimo screams, "This guy is dangerous, he's too dangerous." But at that moment, he is hit with a powerful kick from Jade and sent flying. Then Jade begins to speak. Basically, there was a reason why the demons had taken over Jade's body. Norware's body seems particularly easy to adapt to demons and devils. Jade, who thought his friends would be in danger if things continued like this, made a decision. However, the demons would not allow this. Jade's mind broke and he disappeared from this world. All the residents of Lodost were taken over by the demons. This situation was far too unreasonable and absurd. A one-sided situation where he could do nothing against the powerful attacks. Having suddenly been told of his departure from Jade, his feelings for Jade and feelings of regret came flooding back to him. At that moment, suddenly, a shining object appeared directly above and a spell was cast. An impact and an explosion instantly hit. Its true identity was Lloyd. The rest of the group takes refuge in Lloyd's manly words, "I'll take care of it," and runs away. Lloyd immediately unleashes a relentless succession of magic on the demons chasing them. Grimoire then explains about demons. Gizer is no ordinary demon. Demons are ranked from 1st to 10th grade, and Gizer is on top of that. He's an aristocrat of the demon world, in other words a demon. It seems that demons look down on demons. And the demon is a giant monster that even 100 first-class demons combined cannot handle. Without a doubt, he is by far the biggest enemy they have fought so far. So, what will happen? After introducing themselves, they continue to try and figure each other out. According to Gizer, when Jade tells Lloyd that he had wanted to meet him when he was alive, Lloyd says that he had wanted to meet him as well. The background to this will be explained later in the story. Even Lloyd's strong barrier is about to break down due to Gizer's powerful mass attacks. Add to that Jade's signature kick. Although it's actually Gizer who does the kicking, Lloyd momentarily becomes impatient at his teleportation ability. Gizer is able to use the teleportation ability that Jade was unable to master. This is a major advantage. Gizer has named it Shadow Wolf. As expected, he is on a different level and in strength to his previous enemies. So how will Lloyd defeat him? Lloyd struggles against Gizer's powerful Shadow Wolf. Through trial and error, Lloyd fights while coming up with countermeasures against Gizer. He summons a large number of clay dolls, but it has no effect on Gizer. Meanwhile, Lloyd is actually trying to figure out the Shadow Wolf's magic formula. In other words, it's not like Lloyd is struggling that much, and he even has some leeway. As always, Lloyd is incredible. To respect Jade's will above all else, Lloyd does not give up even in difficult situations, and uses magic to enter Jade's conscious state. When Lloyd arrives, he finds a beautiful and carefully engraved magic formula. When Lloyd reads it, he understands it in an instant. Then the fun ends. Lloyd beats him to a pulp. Lloyd understands the Shadow Wolf's magic formula, so even if Gizer uses it to move, he knows where he's going and can catch up. He has immense magical power, and even though at first Lloyd said he couldn't teleport, when he can, it makes him seem even more like a cheat, doesn't it? I feel a bit sorry for Gizer. With Lloyd's strong provocation, Gizer's competitive spirit explodes. He begins to activate what could be called a hidden technique. When I first saw it, I thought it looked a little like a technique from a manga featuring a certain Saiyan. Then, the scene shifts to the moment before Jade passed away. Jade was sure that in the future, Lloyd would defeat Gizer, so he perfected the teleportation technique. However, Lloyd easily erases Gizer's powerful technique. Moreover, he casts a similar technique with ease. Even Gizer is frightened and surprised by this. Angered, Gizer touches Lloyd's body in an attempt to take over his own. Just like Grimoire did back then, he is completely frightened by Lloyd's incredible magical power. Lloyd then issues a sentence to Gizer. Then, dozens of voids attack Gizer, and the battle is over. And one day, Jade's dream or wish was fulfilled by Lloyd, but Jade wasn't there, and Len and the others shed tears. From here on, please be especially careful of spoilers. I was surprised when I was reading. It's a very exciting development. Gizer was alive. I never thought he had a hand in it. What's more, he's returned, incredibly powered up. Since the Stun Beat arc hasn't ended yet, I don't know the details, such as what Gizer's goal is, but I wonder how he'll be involved, and whether there will be a rematch with Lloyd. What is his goal? I'm looking forward to finding out. This is the end of the main story. If you like it, please subscribe to the channel and give it a high rating as it will encourage me. See you next time.